In the beginning there were three kinds of human beings, not two as there are now, male and female. There was a third, a combination of these two. The shape of each human being was completely round, with 4 hands each, as many legs as hands, and 2 faces, exactly alike, on a rounded neck. Between the 2 faces, which were on opposite sides, was 1 head with 4 ears. There were 2 sets of sexual organs, and everything else was the way you'd imagined it from what I've told you. The male kind was originally an offspring of the sun, the female of the earth, and the one that combined both genders was an offspring of the moon, because the moon shares in both. They were spherical, and so was their motion, because they were like their parents in the sky. They tried to make an ascent to heaven so as to attack the gods. Then Zeus and the other gods met in council to discuss what to do. Zeus said, "I think I have a plan that would allow human beings to exist and stop their misbehaving. They will give up being wicked when they lose their strength. So I shall cut each of them in 2. As he cut each one, he commanded Apollo to turn its face and half its neck towards the wound, so that each person would see he'd been cut and keep better order. Now, since their natural form had been cut in 2, each one longed for its own other half, and so they would throw their arms about each other, weaving themselves together, wanting to grow together. This, then, is the source of our desire to love each other. Love is born into every human being. It calls back the halves of our original nature together. It tries to make one out of 2 and heal the wound of human nature. Each of us, then, is a matching half of a human whole, and each of us is always seeking the half that matches him. And so, when a person meets the half that is his very own, then something wonderful happens. The 2 are struck from their senses by love, by a sense of belonging to one another, and by desire, and they don't want to be separated from one another, not even for a moment. We used to be complete wholes in our original nature, and now love is the name for our pursuit of wholeness, for our desire to be complete.